He likes you already. Look how relaxed he is.
Maybe he can tell I'm going to be his best friend ever, even better than the other goats.
Just like your grandma used to make it. Slow and steady. That's the secret. Can't rush good cheese.
Plot twist. That wasn't made by a professional studio with $1 million budget. That was created by someone just like you, in their bedroom, using nothing but affordable AI tools and about 3 hours of time. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the exact workflow that's making animation studios nervous. We'll hack ChatGPT for perfect storytelling, exploit Midjourney's hidden features, hijack video AI for cinematic magic, and chain it all together into something that would make Miyazaki himself pause and wonder. Ready to break the rules of animation? Alright, let's start at square one. The idea. I know what you're thinking. I don't need AI to come up with ideas, and you're right, but hear me out. ChatGPT isn't just going to give you ideas, it's going to help you structure them like a professional screenwriter. Here's what you need to do. Open up ChatGPT and be specific. Don't just say, I want to make a Ghibli-style animation. That's like ordering food at a restaurant. Technically correct, but not very helpful. Instead, try something like this. I need prompts for a video generation AI to create 4-second scenes that tell a heartwarming story about an orphaned girl living happily with her grandfather on an alpine homestead. The setting is a cozy cottage surrounded by lush green mountain meadows with sheep and goats. I want scenes showing the grandfather making cheese and milking goats, smoke curling from the chimney, and the peaceful beauty of their simple mountain life. Despite having only each other, both the girl and her grandfather are content and joyful in their natural surroundings. See the difference? You're giving ChatGPT the style, mood, characters, setting, and even the lighting direction. The AI can work with that. Once you've described your vision, ask ChatGPT to adapt it into a storyboard sequence. For a 1-minute animation, you'll want about 4 to 6 scenes, each lasting 10 to 15 seconds. Don't forget to ask for sound effect suggestions too. We'll need those later. Here's a pro tip from my director friend. The best animations tell a story arc even in just a minute. Setup, conflict, resolution. Keep it simple, but make it complete. Next, we need to turn those scene descriptions into actual images. For this, we're using Midjourney. And if you don't have a subscription, don't worry. Leonardo AI is a fantastic free alternative that'll get you 90% of the way there. Ask ChatGPT to convert each scene description into a detailed Midjourney prompt. These prompts should include everything: the subject, the style, the lighting, camera angle, and any specific details that matter to your story. Here's a sample prompt. A cozy wooden cottage nestled in the Alpine Mountains, surrounded by lush green meadows with scattered wildflowers and a few grazing sheep. Morning sunlight pours over the misty mountain peaks in the background, casting a golden glow on the landscape. A gentle plume of smoke curls up from the chimney, hinting at a warm fire inside. The style is Studio Ghibli inspired, with soft watercolor textures, painterly details, and a tranquil, nostalgic mood, shot in a wide-angle cinematic frame from a slight aerial perspective to capture the full serenity of the cottage and its peaceful surroundings. Always generate in 16:9 if you're making content for YouTube, or you'll end up with those annoying black bars. Also, make sure to switch your version to Niji 6. All the Niji versions are specifically designed for anime-style images, so they'll work way better for this type of video content than the regular Midjourney versions. To create the next image, just follow the same process. Ask ChatGPT to generate your image prompt and copy it into Midjourney. But here's the crucial part. Everyone messes up. Use your first image as a style reference to keep everything looking consistent throughout your video. Once characters start showing up in your second image and beyond, you need to use that character image as both a style reference and an omni or character reference. Trust me on this. Skip this step and your main character will randomly morph into someone completely different halfway through your story, and nobody wants to explain why Grandpa suddenly turned into a teenage ninja. Next step, we're about to make these beautiful images move, and honestly, watching this happen never gets old. I've tested every image to video tool out out there, and let me be honest, most of them are overpriced for what they deliver. Runway's Gen 2 produces incredible results, but when you're experimenting and need multiple generations per scene, the costs add up faster than your credit card bill at Target. That's why I'm going with Kling AI for this tutorial. While it's not free, the pricing is reasonable compared to other premium tools, and for the Ghibli style we're after, it produces consistently good results that embrace the artistic nuance we need. Head over to Kling AI's platform. The interface is clean and straightforward, no jumping through Discord hoops or navigating confusing menus. Just upload your image and get ready to work some magic. My strategy is to use the same prompt you used for Mid-Journey, but strip out the technical parameters. Then, and this is crucial, be specific about the movement you want. Don't just say make it move, say a few sheep slowly graze, or a thin plume of smoke curls upward from the chimney. The movement description is everything. Too vague and you'll get random motion that doesn't serve your story. Too complex and the AI will get confused and give you something that looks like a glitch in the matrix. Also, don't expect perfection on the first try. I usually generate the same prompt 5 to 6 times because let's face it, AI is still learning. It's like training a really smart puppy. Sometimes it gets it right immediately, sometimes it brings you a shoe when you asked for the newspaper. Here's something crucial I learned the hard way. Download every generation that's even remotely close to what you want. Kling AI gives you multiple options per generation, and trust me, you don't want to lose track of that one perfect result because you thought you'd remember it later. Spoiler alert, you won't. Time to make your characters talk. For this, we're using 11 Labs, which has become the gold standard for AI voice generation. The quality is so good, it's honestly a little scary. Now, you could spend time cloning your own voice or training custom voices, but here's a time-saving hack. Check out their community library. It's like a voice actor casting call, except everyone's available 24/7 and works for the cost of your subscription. Browse through and find a voice that matches your character's personality. Young and innocent? There's a voice for that. Wise and gentle? Yep, got that too. Gruff old wizard? They've got like 12 options. Many of you might struggle with creating dialogues, but no worries. Hit up ChatGPT to generate voice lines that fit your story. Once you've got your script, throw those lines into 11 Labs and watch them come to life with realistic voices that'll make your characters feel genuinely human. The key is consistency. If you're making a series or multiple videos with the same characters, bookmark those voices. Nothing breaks immersion faster than your protagonist suddenly sounding like they've been huffing helium between episodes. Alright, this is where things used to get really technical and frustrating. Getting animated characters to lip sync properly has been the bane of animators since animation was invented. The good news? Kling AI just made this ridiculously simple. Once you've generated your video, look right below it and you'll see the lip sync option. You can either generate voices directly in Kling or upload your own MP3 files. Here's the thing though, Kling's built-in voices are still pretty underdeveloped and sound rough around the edges. That's why it's way better to stick with those polished voice lines you created in 11 Labs. Just upload your MP3 file, hit generate, and boom, your character is lip syncing like a pro. No complicated software, no technical headaches, no jumping between different platforms. Kling handles everything in one place, and the results are surprisingly solid for something this easy to use. Finally, we reach the editing phase, where all our separate pieces become one cohesive story. For this, I'm using CapCut because it's free, powerful, and doesn't require a film school degree to figure out. Import all your video clips, your audio files, and get ready to become a storytelling wizard. This is where music and sound effects make or break your animation. Music sets the emotional tone. For Ghibli-style animations, you want something that feels magical but not overwhelming. Think gentle piano, soft strings, maybe some whimsical woodwinds. Avoid anything too electronic or aggressive. We're going for wonder, not a rave. Sound effects are equally important. The rustle of leaves, footsteps on forest paths, magical sparkles. These details make your world feel real. They're the difference between watching an animation conversation and being transported into one. I found all these sounds on Pixabay's free sound library. It's completely free and there are tons of hidden gems if you're patient enough to dig through their collection. Layer your elements thoughtfully. Start with your main video track, add your dialogue, then music, then sound effects. Don't let any single element overpower the others. It should feel like a gentle conversation between all the components. Want to take your animations from good to absolutely stunning? Here are some advanced tips for next level results. Consistency is king. Keep your character designs consistent across scenes. If your protagonist has brown eyes in scene 1, they better have brown eyes in scene 4. Create a character reference sheet and stick to it. Use establishing shots. Don't just jump into close-ups of your characters. Show us the world they inhabit. Wide shots of magical forests, sweeping views of fantastical landscapes. These shots give your story breathing room and context. Experiment with camera movements. Static shots are fine, but subtle camera movements can add so much life to your scenes. A gentle push-in during an emotional moment, a slow pan across a beautiful landscape. These techniques are borrowed straight from live-action filmmaking. Stop dreaming about making incredible animations and start doing it. You now have the complete roadmap, the tools are free, and the only thing standing between you and your first viral animation is action. So what are you waiting for? Pick a story and make it happen. Want to try these amazing AI yourself? All links and resources are awaiting you in the description. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.